Age, sex, location. Yes, old enough to know what age, sex, location is. No, it's all good. Just put it in my point of view, right? For reference, I'm 26. But, like, it's just say hello before you ask me how old I am. Hi, how's your day been? What's up? What are you playing? Not just out of nowhere. How old are you? And I'm like, who the fuck are you? It's just a little odd, that's all. All right, so there's many things that we can do in this game. But I think one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to pop over to our throne room. Actually, you know what? I'm going to back out of the throne room. I'm going to go to manage staff. I do have a steward. I'm going to fire you. Because I've changed my mind. I don't want a steward. Goodbye. Ex-steward. I knew I shouldn't have imprisoned that farmer. Damn it. All right, let's go to the throne room. And, ask people. Or see who wants to visit us. We've got 8 people that are waiting to see us. The first person who comes to see us in our glorious throne room, we are visited by a wise man who says that he has some advice to share at a cost of 15 gold. No. The second person, you are visited by a traveling bard who asks to play a little song on his goblin drums. I am a beginner. I shall play you a little song. We shall listen to his song. Also, this game is cheaper than a bag of chips. Fucking jams here. The drummer nods to your and awaits your reaction. Chat, how was that? Oh, I love Caves of Cud. Bailey's. That game is wonderful. He's got a beautiful chin. What are you talking about? Look at that glorious goblin complexion. Boss drums to the dungeons with him. That was acceptable. I kind of agree with you, Danks. I think that was pretty acceptable. Is an absolute 2. This man's chin is so beautiful we need to give him $50 is what you're saying. I think that was acceptable. Should we request him to play again, chat? What do you think? Or should we ask him about himself? Yeah, no, Caves of Cud is easily one of my favorite games ever made, dude. Like, that game is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I love that game. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to, like, figure something out because there's something a little bit weird about my own background audio. There we go. Now it sounds the way it's supposed to. Okay. For some reason, I couldn't hear my own microphone through my thing, but I just adjusted it. All right. Let's request him to play again. Offer him to be a member of my staff. I mean, we could hire him. I mean, I think it was Hobo who literally had Dracula show up. He's got abs. We got ourselves a hot goblin drummer. Anxiously awaits. That was bad, and you should feel bad. That was a great performance. Let's ask him of his origins. I am a recent joiner of the Musicians Guild. A good group of folk. Let's ask him his name. The drummer reveals his name to be Zos. Yes, he shall follow us and play drums 24/7. For 5 gold. He will work for 5 gold. And his skill level is really bad. You know what? Nah. Just because your skill level is really bad. We'll let him leave the court. Goodbye, Zos. Go get better. Send in the next visitor. We got 6 people waiting. You were visited by an old man who asks if you could spare a few coins. He and his 12 kids are starving. You should try eating your kids. You were visited by a happy centaur from Mehor who seeks refuge. with you, having been accused of murder. Did you do it? Yes. But you have to believe me. They deserved it. I can't remember if Mehor is friends with us or not. I mean, look at his mouth. V-V? I mean, he did confess. Fangs? Nah, just big buck teeth, my dude. Execute the happy centaur? You know what, chat? I'm gonna let you guys vote on this. I'm gonna set up a poll. Sometimes these don't work on mobile. Just vote on which option you want. 1, 2, 3, or 4. There you go. You with 33,000 points. I mean, go nuts. This isn't a democracy. This is a poll. Vote with your power. If you have it, do it. Only on the snail race fair. I like how it's like between accept and execute, just like those two just going nuts. It's like the two opposite extremes are just like battling it out. Oh no. Oh wow. Holy shit, Redbeard, thank you. Well, how about this? Let's do a redraw. But I'm not gonna let you guys one or three. And I'm not going to let anybody cheer bits or do anything. Thank you very much for the 6, for the bits on there, Redbeard. Actually doesn't tell me how much you did, but here we go. This one is not riggable. Watch it tie. Coin flip? I can't catch a coin that I flip. Just 50-50 it. Yeah, right. Orange. I'm sure they do, yeah. I'll just take the chaotic option if you guys can't vote. All right, chat. We're sending him back home. Goodbye. He's returned to the homeland and punished. The Mehor send thanks. Send in the next visitor. You are visited by a traveling bard who asks to play a little song in his goblin drums. Look at this guy's chin. Check out that Adam's apple. Jesus. And thanks for the 600 bits, Redbeard. Cheers. Seriously. Yep. I mean, you guys tied it. That's not my fault. All right, we will let you leave the court. That was acceptable. Let's send in the next visitor. We have 3 more. You are visited by an old man who asks if you could spare a few coins. He's starving. You are visited by a smelly craftsman who has brought you a flake of God's skin, which he won in an arm wrestle with a wizard. Accept the item as 1,000 gold or refuse his gift. I will accept the item for 1,000 gold because that's a lot of money. A shady man arrives in your court and invites you to play a flip a coin game. He tells you it will cost you 10 coins per play. You can call heads or tails if the coin is flipped. If you are correct, you win double your bet. Chat, heads or tails? He just gave me 1,000 gold. Heads or tails? Heads? You owe me 10 cents, banana. No, you don't. Don't worry about it. I don't like this calling heads, so let's call tails. That also didn't do it. Well, you know, we just got 1,000 gold to gamble with, so let's call tails again. Yeah. Tails again. Yeah, we want our money back. Oh, God, we lost our money again. God, we lost our money again. God, we lost our money again. Fuck it. Force him to give me all of his gold. He says, fine, take it. And he runs out the door quickly. There is no one here. Excellent. All right, now we got 76 monies, as well as, thanks for the penny. Thanks, cheers. Holding up that number 3 spot. All right, so we've got 7 lands. Public opinion's kind of low, and 45 years remaining. So let's jump into kingdom upgrades real quick. And let's look at productivity buildings. Sturdy scythes and pitchforks, plus 10% from income from harvest. So like general happiness buildings, income buildings, other buildings. What about guilds? I can't afford any of that. Goblin Saver's personal guard, throne room signs, 5% more visitors, wooden climbing picks. None of those are useful. Let's go to income buildings. Nothing I can do in income. I like how it's just like tax office, trade post, labor yard, tribute collection. I'm sure people will love that. Let's go to productivity, and we'll get sturdy scythes and pitchforks for the income on the harvest. Plus 10% income from each harvest. There we go. So when you start your game, you can start with 25 years, 50 years, or 100 years, or unlimited time. Basically, the game ends when you hit 0 years, and it like gives you essentially a score, and it gets put on a scoreboard. Or you can just go infinitely and basically just play, whatever you prefer. I personally really like the idea of it ends after a certain amount of time, or if you die, then you, air quotes, lose. But the game's pretty open to be played kind of like a sandbox, so just kind of do whatever, really. All right, well, let's back out of there. Let's hire some units. Let's hire soldiers. He offers you 453 of his men at 72 gold per head. Let's hire 10. So now we have 10 more soldiers. I could have done 20. Hire tribal goblins from the local goblin slayer. Let's do some of that too. I was originally against slaves, but it's been a couple days since I last played, so you know what? Let's just get 200 of these guys. That's what I'm talking about. Now we have 200 goblin slaves in our military. Perfect. Let's back out, and let's go explore the realm a little bit. Let's go to the southern lands. So we've discovered Fort Kulak, a bandit's fort, a lava pit, an ancient southern ruins. Let's see what else we discover. You notice a knight sat between some rocks, staring right at you. You hail him, but he does not respond. Upon closer inspection, he is dead. That's distressing. You find a satchel of 55 gold coins out of a small trail. Let's keep exploring, and we found Camp Asurak. Camp Asurak is a small camp of demon worshippers. They occasionally capture and sacrifice vagrant peasants for the demon horde and worship. And every night with blood rituals. There are 46 demon worshippers here. Should we cleanse this heavy metal scum, chat, from the villainous lands that they occupy, murdering the local villagers? Or should we leave them? Because they might have demons, which might be bad, might not be. But if bad, then that really bad. that could indeed be uber bad. Also, something that I should do, because this is a game that I like, I should remind everybody that this is the Patreon game for this month. So once a month, at any if you support me at any tier on Patreon, you get the chance to. If you support me at any tier on Patreon, you get the opportunity at the first of every month to vote on a game. This was the this was the game that was voted on this month, and if you want to pick it up, there's a link to the Steam page. But $1 a month on Patreon, and you can vote for the monthly Patreon game. And whatever game gets voted on is a game that I will add into the rotation. If I hate it, it'll be taken out of the rotation very quickly. But if I like it, I will stream it a bunch, kind of play it as an evening game, and keep it in the rotation for the entirety of the month. So there's a link to the Patreon that Pilot very kindly placed in the chat. And I'm trying to get an interview with the developer for this game up on my YouTube channel at some point. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
I know this.
Fuck it, let's attack. Why not? The General Gorin Peckner. Good. What will the attacking force be made of, my king? Let's send half of my troops, because there's only 40 of them. General Peckner says, a skirmish can be a good way to thin out the enemy's numbers. Ready for invasion. Good plan. A skirmish was a success. Your men bask in glory. Their losses, 46. Your losses, 6. Also, just to show you guys what this game looks like, it's literally running in a, like, what looks like DOSBox, and can just be changed the size of as you will. It's kind of great. No, that's fine. Totally okay. Also, the demon worshippers are run down to their last men. The camp is clear. Inside, your men discover 29 peasants locked in cages. They are immediately freed, and all pledge to join you for saving them. Cool, so I got my dudes back. Also, your men discover a gold deposit containing 1,769 nice gold, and they are taken to your treasury. Sweet. Well, that was a good expedition. That's as far as I can explore. What else can we do here? I've earned some money, so I could hire some more soldiers, which is probably what I'm going to do. Let's hire some units. Actually, hold on. Let's back up. Let's go to the throne room. Can I upgrade my throne room? No, I need 35,000 to upgrade my throne room. Could also just, like, save some money. Let's set some rules for who I want visiting my throne room. I don't really want beggars. Call forward a scribe to write down the rules you wish to have set. Oh, 1. That's what I want. 2. Beggars are no longer allowed. I'm just way too tired of seeing beggars showing up here. I don't want to give people money for nothing, okay? What else can we do here? So I'm curious, to those of you who've never seen this game before, what do you think so far? Very curious to know what you think. Manage staff and champions. Change the laws of the land? Let's take a peek at... Whoops. Is there anything I could do that would, like, make people happier with me? Let's end tax. I'm going to gain back some public opinion, because they're kind of annoyed with me. So I'm no longer taxing tax. Don't think I can necessarily afford any of that. Certainly can't afford any celebrations just yet. Caught a glimpse of it earlier today on the YouTube channel. Good shit. It's kind of a weird game, but it's kind of a weird game in a cool way. And this is one of those games that's like, because the developer is like developing it kind of in the same way that Dwarf Fortress is getting developed, you know, just like constantly plugging in stuff. I'm really curious to see what this game looks like in like 10 years. You know, like I'm very keen and excited to know what this looks like.
Anyone who says otherwise is
in a few years. Let's go to diplomacy real quick. Mostly because we have those rebels, which are scary as hell. The rebels are a split-off faction from our original group that believed that the old king should be put back in charge because, of course, we inherited the throne legally, legitimately. So we need to go after those guys. But they have a lot more men than we do. So they're kind of scary. Let's go to the bandit groups. We've defeated the robbing pack. Let's look at the Moonlight Elders. The Moon Knight Elders. Ask your diplomat to try and make peace. View their stats. They have 352 men. Total of 328 soldiers. 24 bandits. I think we can go after them. Yeah, we completely legitimately took the throne. I don't know what you're talking about. Stop accusing me of such things. Higher units. Higher soldiers. 25. Not 258. 25. 1,800 gold coins. 660. That's 630 if we fight with them. Although a lot of those are just goblins, which aren't the greatest. Let's go back to diplomacy and look at bandit groups. Let's look at the lawless ones. Okay, so we're going to go after the lawless ones because they've got, like, nothing. Like, nothing. We're going to send half my soldiers at the lawless ones. And then we're going to end the current year. And we are going to attack the lawless ones, which are number 6. I'm going to invade them. I shall enjoy depriving these bandits of a chance to pillage our people. How shall we attack them? Something else that I think is really neat about this is some of you may know Dwarf Comic, who is a member of the Dwarf Fortress community and a good friend of Krug Smash's. One of the people actually helped inspire Krug Smash to start doing what he does. Dwarf Comic actually commented on one of the developer posts of this game, basically saying he likes this game. The reason he likes it is because he can hold his kid and give him a bottle while playing it because it only takes one hand to, like, tap on the numpad to play. We're going to invade them and send half of my troops. Invading us will bring us land and glory. We are awaiting your command, my king. Your invasion was a success, and you gained loot, land, and glory. Excellent. I just like listening to the fighting sounds. The Drunk Spirits Mercenary Group has disbanded. The Humongous Company Mercenary Group has disbanded. The General Bandit level has risen. New folk have turned bandit. New level is now 39. That's actually not that bad. Miard and the Glorious of Grand, New Gatekeepers, is defeated in a small rival bandit war chief and has gained new followers. Following the spread of the heroic tale about them, droves of people flocked to join the Moon Knight Elders. That's the next bandit group we got to go after. Zaitan the Strongheart defeated Belin Guldrin in the Little Arena. Ooh, there was a fight in the arena. And the Kingdom of Greens invaded the lands of Lawless Ones, and we won. Eric attempted to raid the lands of Krut, but were unsuccessful. Total finance. Your treasury has increased by 6,453 gold, and your bank has increased by 1 gold in interest. Can you eradicate enemy factions? You can do basically anything. Do you want to acquire a specific mirror that tells you what to do and summon Satan? You can do that. Do you want to eradicate everything off of the planet? You can do that. Do you want to make peace with everybody? You could probably do that. Although because this game has like, I think it's 94 billion possible races, it's possible that you'll certainly end up against like evil undead demon stone golems that are just like, no peace, only Zool, and will just come and try and kill you. Of course, you could also end up against like super peaceful, happy people. It really depends on the factions that the game generates. There's actually kind of a lot going on under the hood. Like, this game looks super simplistic, but like when you look at the Steam version, this stuff becomes pretty clear. It's like there's the whole exploring element, which you've seen, where you explore the lands around you. There's the whole throne room element where you get people from your the surrounding lands and your land asking you for favors. There's the randomly generated faces. There's the arena where you can bet on fights. There's mini games where you can bet on other random shit. There's the bards, of course. There's a monster pit that I've never actually built. And also just a ton of kind of background simulation going on in this game, which is what makes it super cool, which is why I like it, because of the background simulation. I have no idea about that IDZ23, but maybe you could play the game and find out. I mean, you can have Dracula join your court, so it wouldn't surprise me. What, a monster pit? Absolutely. All right, so now we have 44 years remaining in this game. So let's go back to our throne room. There are 17 people waiting to greet us. And I have 7,000 money. Before I do anything, let's go to Kingdom Upgrades. Is there anything I'm saving for? Guilds and other buildings. Military buildings. Bigger recruitment signs. I like that. Just bigger signs. 1,000 gold. More recruits each turn. Even more recruits each turn. Let's do militia weapons stash. Gives my soldiers better battle score. So my soldiers are now better. And then let's go with 6, which is just bigger recruitment signs. Let's do throne room signs. 5% more visitors to the throne room each year. Back out of that. Let's go to recruit soldiers. Hire more soldiers. Let's hire more soldiers. Let's go, again, 20. So now we've spent a bunch of money. We've done a bunch of other things. Public opinion is up from last year, which is good because we stopped taxing taxes. Is that before or after we buy the Scorpion Pit? Yes. We definitely need to buy a Scorpion Pit. That's all I need to know. And we go into the throne room and take our place on the throne. In the Kingdom of Greens. And you are told that there is a small line of 17 people waiting to see you. Oh, I can't wait. You are visited by a drunk knight who says, "My king, I wish to better the realm of the King of Greens questing for you." Good luck, bud. +1 questing knight. He says he's going on a quest and that he will be back. You remain in your throne and look at the guards quickly to snap to attention and tell you that there is a line of 16 people waiting to see you. You are visited by a small stray cat who walks into the throne room. Stroke it, do nothing, feed it 2 gold, kill the flea-ridden beast, burn it, it's a witch's cat, to the dungeons. I want to know what happens if I give it 2 gold coins. Thanks, Lumuba. Cheers. We'll see you later, Taylor. Have a good night. Have a good dinner. I want to know what happens if I give the cat coins. So I'm going to give the cat coins. Feed it 2 gold coins. You order your chef to whip up a fishy meal for your... Oh, I see. Okay. For your feline guest. The cat happily eats the fish, purring the whole time, and then leaves. +1 public opinion. Rumors of your kindness spread. I kind of wish I could also pet the kitty. You are visited by a traveling jester who says he can juggle for you, offering to do it for 25 gold. I mean, if he's good, we could hire him. What's your name? My name is Amir the Juggler. Nice to meet you. Tell me about yourself. It was something my father taught me when I was young. I'm better than it is, though. Don't you worry. All right. What do you think, chat? Do we say no thank? 1 or 2? Yes or no? I'm not sending him to the damn dungeons. No problem, Saffron. Caves of Cud is a fucking wonderful game. No, thank you. You guys don't want to watch him juggle? Aw. All right. Send to the next person. You are visited by a budding jester. Says, "Hello. Sorry. I'm really nervous. I thought, what better person to tell my first joke than the ruler? But now I see that was a mistake. Listen to the joke. What do you call a goblin with an injured leg? A hoblin goblin. There you go. Hoblin goblin. That was a okay joke. The man nods and leaves. Send to the next visitor. You are visited by an armed man who says he will join your army for a fee of 34 gold. That's not a bad price if he's a soldier. Sure. The man says, "Good, finally. I can get my hands on a weapon," before letting out a cackle. I mean, it's a good price for a soldier, so I'll take him. Hire that jester? No. You are visited by a traveling jester who says, "I'm something of a comedian, and for a low, low price of absolutely nothing, I'll tell you a joke." Listen to the joke. How do you confuse a dwarf? Give him 2 axes and tell him to take his pick. No! No! See, that one I actually like. I like it. See, this guy knows how to please a crowd. Fucking Lamau indeed. But yeah, no, Saffron, I'm glad that you like Caves of Cud. Caves of, like, the 3 roguelikes I recommend to everybody who like roguelikes and are interested in, like, premium roguelikes that cost money. Caves of Cud, Jupiter Hell, and this is a tough one, probably Lost Flame. But those 3 games, Caves of Cud, Jupiter Hell, and Lost Flame, all completely get different games, but all fantastic little games that I love to recommend to people. I do enjoy this, yeah. Chat, should we hire this man? I think we should hire this jester. Your time? Well, this one is great because this one you can get away with playing while working. This one is even easier to play while working than, like, Dwarf Fortress. I actually had someone comment on one of my earlier videos that they like playing this game because they can play it during their work Zoom meetings. Just like, tab in, make a couple moves, tab out. But, that was a good joke. The jester says, "Oh, thank you. I cannot believe it. Our ruler is kind. We're so lucky." Oh, he left? Damn, I thought it would let me hire him after I said it was a good joke. You were visited by a morbidly obese herbalist who asks you to join your army, as his farm was burned down by bandits. Okay, good luck. You are visited by a representative of the Wagon Man. He says, "Master, his master requests a trade caravan to be opened up between him and your kingdom." Yes, please. Free money. Cool. Your guards bring forward a man who is accused of trying to spread the message of the rebellion. Ask him to explain himself. "I cannot lie. I'm a rebel. But I didn't plot anything." Ask the arresting guard for a statement. The guard informs you, "He is guilty, my king. Trust my judgment. Execute this rebel scum." I think. Yes. -1 rebel soldier. The man does not flinch, and he is quickly killed on the spot. The man's body falls on the floor. A strange marking is spotted on his body. It's a rebel tattoo. The man was not innocent. You are visited by an armed man who claims to be an outlaw. He offers to pay you 338 gold to forgive society's outlaws and allow them to return to the Kingdom of Greens. You clip them. Like, I mean, just Jupiter Hell, Caves of Cud, and Lost Flame. Although, if you want one that's free, here's another one. Why should I? Come on now. Isn't it obvious? You get gold, and the outlaws will join your armies. 2 good things you need for free. Make the orders. Go on. I did make that one, yeah. I did. I kind of want to send him to the dungeons, yeah. Yeah, to the dungeons with him. The armed man shouts and then charges for the door. He is killed by the first guard before he can get away. Rumors of your cruelty spread. You are visited by a traveler who claims one of your soldiers has threatened him. He seeks reparations and will promise it will not happen again. Sure, have a gold. I made my public opinion back. You are visited by a funny-looking scholar who claims one of your soldiers killed one of his chickens. No, that's too rich for my blood. You are visited by a budding jester. Says, hello, sorry, I'm nervous. I thought no one would be better to tell the first joke than you, but turns out that was a mistake. Listen to the joke. 2 knights were in a ferocious battle when one of them had both his feet cut off in a swift slash. He was defeated. No, this is the Kingdom of Greens. The Kingdom of Yesterday's lunch fell because the king was a filthy gambler and gambled the entirety of the king's funding away and died. So anyway, it ended just fine. That was an okay. That joke was terrible. The budding jester sheds a tear before walking away. You are visited by a southern man who dreamt of a rusty crown piece and then found it at the base of their bed in the morning. They have decided to give it to you instead. Thanks for the money. See ya, nerd. 3 people waiting. You are visited by a homeless farmer who claims one of your soldiers whacked him with a stick and broke one of his teeth. Show me your tooth. Fuck it. Pay him the money. You are visited by a farmer who says a dispute needs to be settled. His neighbor's dog found a coin purse on the border of the 2 farms and has kept it for himself. The dog did? Finders keepers. Losers weepers. You are visited by an unemployed farmhand who wants to join your army, as his older brother once did. Woo! Sure. We let him join the military. And there's nobody waiting. Yay! All right. Now what we do. Let's go explore the realm. We went to the southern lands last year, so let's go to the western lands. Montfort Mine, Hurlow Mining Co., and the Magic Theater. Found nothing, and found nothing. And we found a wishing well. Let's go to the wishing well. There are some who rumor that the well has been touched by the sewage of the Magic Theater nearby, and it gained its magic. Others say it was blessed by a wise master mage. Some believe it's just a well. You throw a gold coin in the well. You see a head pop out of a small hole partway down the well, catches your coin, then it disappears. I believe we just got ripped off. Let's go to diplomacy. Let's go to the independent territories. So these are the other people we have around. We have the Mehor, who are our allies, who are led by King Kletor Cold Touch, and they are happy centaurs. They were the people that we turned that criminal back around. There's the Skeletal Elders. They're not very friendly. There's the Nightfall Implings. Nightfall Implings, Tribal Council. High Chief Zrox, the Steel Captain. Your head diplomat says that that diplomatic action with the Nightfall Implings Tribal Council is not possible due to their unintelligent and savage nature. He confirms, however, that they seem to tolerate us. Well, that's good. Then there's the Aerial Tyrans? Aerial Tyrans. Baron Lumen the Forgogs. Trade and diplomacy. We are trading with them. Okay. That's what I wanted to know. And then the Resurrecting Frost Blood Clan. They seem friendly. Let's check them out. Also, not somebody I can do diplomacy with, but they also don't seem to hate me, so that's good. The Bandit Horde is very scary, and there isn't too much we can do with them. Bandit Groups, I think we can go after the last one, which are the Moon Elders. Moon Knight Elders. I need 3,800 gold to bribe them to stop raiding me. Well, view their stats. They have 486 men. We should be able to just go after them today or this year. So I think we're going to do that. I'm going to hire more units, hire more soldiers, let's say 10. So I have 722 men. I should just be able to just charge them with my whole army and kill them, hopefully. There's nothing really I need to do in diplomacy or in laws. So let's end the current year. We are going to go after the Moon Knight Elders. Wish me luck, chat. Can we get a round of beers for those soldiers about to go to war? The Moon Knight Elders is a scourge and must be stopped. How shall we attack them? I need some information about them. They only have one territory left. If we invade now, we will win. We will crush them. They have scraps of gold left in their vaults, so raiding them probably isn't worthwhile. You have a good night, Diamond. Cheers. We're going to invade them. I'm going to send my whole army. As an invasion is a wise tactic indeed. It will show them our true might and take their homes in the process. Ooh. The invasion was a failure and your men were slain. They lost 411. The enemy has 75 men remaining. Ugh. The Bandit Horde pillaged a bunch of money from me because I had no soldiers left. And the Wealth Seeker Zytrin the Strong Heart won in the little arena. The Kingdom of Greeds attempted to invade the lands of the Moon Knight Elders but failed. Well, I've got 13 men left. So, first thing I'm going to do, let's go to the independent territories and go to Mehor. Trade and diplomacy. Let's request financial aid from these guys and military aid. They send me some money. Let's ask for military aid. They send me some soldiers. Let's hire some troops from them. Hire one happy centurion hunter. No, thank you. So I made them slightly happier with me. Let's go here and hire units. I'm going to hire peasants from the local militia. All of them. Hire soldiers. How much money do I have? Oh, I only have 370. I read that as 730. All right, let's back up. Here's the question. How many dudes do they have left? So if they don't have many dudes left, I could probably win. Let's go to diplomacy. Let's go to the bandit groups. The Moon Knight Elders. Oh, I could just bribe them to not raid me. They have 4 dudes and 76 warlords. 80 total. Should I just bribe them to not raid me this year? I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to let them not raid me because I need to not get raided by the Bandit Horde. Because between the rebels and the Bandit Horde, that's actually really scary. So now I can do all of the year's stuff. We can explore and do everything. And we're just going to kind of ignore the fact that all of those dudes are there. So let's go to the... Let's go to the southern lands. Why not? We found an abandoned camp, burned village ruins, and nothing. All right, let's go to the abandoned camp. Oh, right, yeah, because I destroyed it. You approach the ruins of an old southern village that has been somewhat recently destroyed by an unknown force. The center of the village lies a demonic totem, a tower which seems newer than the carnage. Destroy the totem. You say the word, and the totem is destroyed. Its rubble quickly turns to red dust and blows away within moments of it collapsing. I'm actually wondering now if, like, us destroying that demonic worshippers camp destroyed that village. I wonder. I'll bet you it did. I'll bet you that was us. I think we're going to hire the Amon Sol Fathers. Oh. See here, I thought that would get paid at the end of the year. Darn. Oh well. Although we could visit the little arena, because we do have some money. Let's bet on a fight. Why not? Chat, who do we want to bet on? The red aerial halfling or the blue aerial halfling? It's a red aerial halfling versus a blue aerial halfling. Who do we vote on, red or blue? What do you think, chat? You think blue? Or one or two, rather. Red is sus, but red go faster. Let's see. I'm seeing blue. Red makes it go faster. Red is part of Space Alien. I'm going to go with blue. How much gold are you willing to bet? I guess all of it. The gates slide open and the crowd roars and chants. Both fighters emerge on either end of the arena. The fighters walk until they are close, and the horns sound once more for the fight to begin. Did it actually say typing? Please tell me it said typing. The red aerial halfling wins. The blue aerial halfling is defeated. The crowd roars. Great. Well, we lost all of our money. So I'm broke, but we can still go to the throne room. Oh, probably. No, I can't pay you to juggle. You're visited by a happy centaur from Mehor, who seeks refuge for you after having recently come to odds with the ruler. What were you at odds about? I tried to offer advice, but it always fell on deaf ears. No one likes a backseat king. Sure, we'll accept him. +1 happy centaur. You are visited by a man who says his son is set to be executed in your prison, and he begs you to free him. Sure. -1 prisoner. Someone else I don't need to feed. A traveling game master visits your court and invites you to play a popular tavern game called Sudden Death. I don't have any money, so I can't play the tavern game. A shady man arrives in your court and invites you to play a coin flip game. He tells you it will cost you 10 coins per play. He has 160 gold coins. Well, I can't pay to play because I'm out of money, but I can take all of your money, so thanks for the money. Your guards bring forward a man who's accused of plotting to murder you. Whoa! 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 Ask him to explain himself. I cannot lie, I'm a rebel. I plotted against the kingdom of Greens, but spare me. Prove yourself more merciful than Faradal. I kind of want to release him. Ask your arresting guard for a statement. Your guard informs you that he is the most guilty man I've ever seen. I kind of want to release him just to see what happens. Watch him kill me next turn. Let's release him. The man leaves. And later you discover the man was a rebel. I mean, that's fine. You are visited by an unemployed gambler who wants to join your army because his wife is nagging him to death and he needs a break. I mean, fuck yeah, man. You are visited by another person. You are visited by an angry guildsman who wants to join your army, and his older brother once did, and allow him to join. You are visited by a man who says you are needed in a great debate. There are 3 men. Each they think has the ugliest face in the land. All right, chat, this is up to you guys. So which one of these people is the ugliest? Face number 1. That's face number 1. Take a good, hard look. I think that's just a gorilla, actually. Like, that's literally just, they just brought a gorilla. All right, chat. This is number 2. Okay. And this is number 3. Which one do you think is the ugliest? I think number 3. That or number 2, maybe. So looking at you guys, I think we're all saying 3. So let's say that this is the ugliest face. Well, that settles it then. Thank you for your help. 3 left. You're visited by a farmer who says a dispute needs to be settled. His neighbor kicked his dog, and he is very distressed. Have the neighbor kicked by a guard with a strong metal boots and warn him that if he touches the dog again, he will be jailed. I think we should have the guy kicked. Kicking a dog is like a crime against humanity. You don't do that. Kick the man. The farmer smiles and bows and then says, "Bless you, bless you, bless you, oh my heart, royal god king," which is my official title, of course. We have 2 people left. Your guard brings forward a man who is accused of murdering peasants. Ask him to explain himself. Royal god king, do as they does. Ask the guard for his statement. I am certain with all my mind this man is guilty. To the dungeons or murder? Or to the dungeons or execute? I think maybe execute. Because I don't like paying for people in my dungeons. To the dungeons? All right, to the dungeons. I demand a trial by combat! He stares at you, waiting for your response. Fuck it. A soldier is called forward to fight him. Our soldier's HP is 120. Actually, chat. Hobo, could you do the mod thing and give us a prediction? Who wins, the man or the soldier? Can we get a prediction? That's not how you do it. You have to go into the mod screen to do it. Unless B-Lug wants to do it. I don't know if B-Lug's even here, though. I mean, I could go set it up, but that would require me doing work. B-Lug's on it? Cool. Don't worry about it, Hobo. B-Lug's on it. That's not how you do it, but it's fine. You actually have to go to the mod screen to do it, I think. Yay, there you go. So you guys can predict on that. So I'll let you guys do the voting while we chill for a second here. Speaking of, have you guys noticed this new Twitch feature over on the website, if you hover over a stream, it actually like loads in the stream in real time, and like you can see the stream moving. That's actually really neat. I wonder if that counts as a view. That's actually kind of a cool feature. I like it. Just gives me an opportunity to clear all my notifications is all. It's somehow banned in Poland? What? That's interesting. It's one of like 8 countries? Huh. I mean, if there was money allowed, that would make sense. But then again, Poland has this weird habit of banning things that, as a like Canadian, I just scratch my head and stare like, what? Just because it's made in Poland doesn't mean it's necessarily in Poland. Interesting. All right, voting's almost done. Yes, that is one of the more notable things that they banned in Poland. All right, so your soldier lands a bone-shattering punch on the opponent. The man lands a light punch on the opponent. The soldier lands a hard punch on the opponent. The soldier lands another light punch on the opponent. A man swings, but misses the opponent. A soldier barely touches the opponent with a wide swing. The man lands a punch on the opponent. Your soldier swings, but misses the opponent. The man lands a punch on the opponent. The soldier lands a punch on the opponent. The soldier swings, but misses. The criminal misses. But then hits the soldier with a good, strong punch. The soldier lands a light punch on the opponent, doing a little bit of damage. The man lands a light punch on the opponent. This could go either way. The soldier lands a hard punch on the opponent. Soldier barely touches the opponent with a wide swing. Your soldier lands a bone-shattering punch on the opponent. The fighting is over. The winner of the fight is your soldier. So to everybody who betted on soldier, you won. The soldier is victorious, and by proxy, so are you. The man's body is removed from the court. Underdog deaded. Send in the final visitor. You are visited by an armed man who asks for your permission to enlist in the mighty army. All right, +1 soldier. All right, what can I still do? There's not a lot I can do. So I'm going to end the year. I'm going to attack the Moonlight Bandits with a skirmish, and I'm going to send half of my troops. A skirmish can be a good way to thin out the enemy's numbers. Ready for an invasion or a raid? Good plan. The skirmish was a failure, and your men were slain. That being said, they're almost all gone. They have 17 men remaining, and I only sent half of my soldiers, so. Hey, Bob, how we do? The Bandit Horde pillage 3,183 gold from you this year. Cool. Frauden set fire to several flags on various outposts and forts, and your public opinion lowers. Slavers' fort to the north fought off a revolt and killed all of their slaves. Oh, Jesus. The Kingdom of Greens lost a skirmish, but fortunately we didn't get totally bandited. Aslona is lovely and cozy, I would say. Chat, how's Aslona tonight? 42 years remaining. Let's visit the throne room. We have 14 people waiting to see us. All right. Let's go explore the room, because we just did that. Let's go to the eastern grasslands. The Farad Desert. We found a trade post. We wandered in circles. You find a wandering group of 10 desperate-looking peasants and farmers. One of them steps forward and says the men will join you for no less than 4 gold each. Sure, let's hire them. 10 peasants for 40 gold. That's a good deal. And no more exploration points, so let's go to the small trading post. You come up on a small trading post settled on a dune. This is known locally as the Eastern Trading Post. You enter and are greeted. You shall trade with them. The trade poet master bows and says, "Good, I agree to trade. Let us both become moderately more wealthy because of this deal." I'm going to... No, it's sell units. Hire units. Let's hire tribal goblins. 100. You know what? Actually, let's hire more tribal goblins. I mean, so far, I think everybody who's picked this game up because of my streams has been really enjoying it. And, like, supposedly, the developer caught the end of the first stream that we did, which is actually kind of cool. Tuned in and watched a little bit, which is neat. The gambling continues. This game's all kind of gambling. Yeah, we got a bunch of green boys. No, maybe we should hire more green boys. More green boys. And then soldiers, let's do 10. 5? Oh. Screw it. We'll hire 50 peasants. Well, I'm out of money now, but we have a bunch of men. Kind of probably should have just bought some mercenaries. The only wish for is a favorite locations to ease returning to places. You know, So I'm trying to get the developer in for a Q&A session. I just don't know whether or not I should do it live or not, and I'm very torn. Because I don't believe that there's necessarily enough people who watch me who could, like, source questions sort of like I do with Tarn, so it might be easier if I just, like, source questions myself. But we'll see what ends up happening. You mostly threw goblins at the bandits? Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do, is just try and overwhelm. I think... Let's go to change the laws of the land. And let's go to Goblin Policies. I kind of want to begin the Goblin Celebration. The Krut and Uruk like you a little more now. A scribe notes down your demands on a scroll and heads off to action them. You have now begun the Goblin Cultural Celebration. People parade in the streets. Green boys. Taxes and subsidies. We're going to tax the taxes tax. Minus 16 public opinion. Ooh. So my public opinion is down to 7. People like me a little bit less. But I'll hopefully make enough money next year that we can have an easier time fighting off the bandits. You enter the throne room and take your place on the throne of the Kingdom of Greens. You are told that there is a small village of 14 people waiting to see you. Small village, a small group, a small line of people. You're visited by a disgraced knight. My royal god king, I seek a quest worthy of me. +1 questing knight. Your guards bring forward a man who is accused of worshipping the dead. Ask him to explain himself. No comment. I mean, it's not his fault. He's got weird hobbies. Man leaves your throne room. You were visited by a sickly-looking stable hand who claims one of your soldiers stole an apple from the tree on his land. He demands payment for it. That's a 3 gold. I read that as a 50 gold apple. 3 gold apple? Okay. Rumors of your generosity spread. A shady man arrives in your court and invites you to play a coin flip game. I take his money. Are you robbing me? He says in anger and disbelief. No, give me the gold. The shady man hands you the gold and leaves. 120 gold. And public opinion drops slightly. That's fine. Guards bring forward a man who is accused of murdering peasants. Ask him to explain himself. These guards have it in for me. Ask the arresting guard for his statement. He could be guilty. Who's to say? We release him. The man leaves. Later, you discover the man was not guilty. Your guards bring forward a man who is accused of being a rebel. Ask him to explain himself. Please, I didn't do it. This is a huge mistake. Ask the arresting guard for his statement. The arrest was questionable. I'll admit. Release him. The man leaves. You're visited by an old famed knight who wishes to quest into the unknown for you. +1 questing knight. You are visited by a small gubbin who identifies himself as Pee-Pee and then proceeds to urinate all over the courtroom floor with a grin on his face. Chat, I'm gonna leave this one up to you. It's probably one of my soldiers, for fuck's sake. Everybody wants me to slave him? All right. The small goblin begins screaming. Your guards carry him off. The goblin slaver, and you get a 3 gold fee. Send in the next visitor. Paid for the apple. Your guards bring forward a man who is accused of funding rebels. Ask him to explain himself. It wasn't me, he said. Ask the guard for his statement. The guard informs you, we grabbed the most guilty-looking person we could find, so he must be guilty. Release him. The man leaves, and you discover the man was not a rebel. +1 public opinion. A traveling game master visits your court and invites you to play a popular game. Force him to give you all of his gold. The man gives you the gold and leaves sobbing. -2 public opinion. Your guards bring forward a man who is accused of robbing bulk on the road. Ask him to explain himself. Fëanor told me these lands were weak, and he was right. Execute this bandit scum. The man is cut down without a second thought, and there is little dispute that he was guilty. Next person comes in. We visited a Western butcher who wants to join your army. And because it seems to be what everyone else is doing right now. Allow him to join. You are visited by a traveling bard who has to play a little song on his goblin drums. I am an expert musician. I shall play you a song. Yes. Don't ever come here because I will take all of your money. Except in the form of a Twitch subscription. Which I thank you for. I hope you're doing well, Dave. Also, this is the Kingdom of Greens, not the Kingdom of Aslona. Because you could name the kingdom or go with the default name. We named the Kingdom of Greens. That was a great performance. I wonder... that was a great performance. He says, thank you. Offer to hire him as a member of staff. Ooh, he's pretty good. Should we hire Roz the drummer, chat? I think we should hire Roz the drummer. We hire Roz the drummer. +5 relation with the Musicians Guild. Send in the next visitor. You are visited by a laborer who wishes to join your army, as his children were eaten by gubbins. Allow him to join. Alright, so everybody hates us. We have 8 lands, 616 gold, 42 years remaining. Let's end the current year. We're going to attack the Moon Knight Elders. And we're just going to fucking invade the Twits. And send all of my troops. It's about goddamn time. We won the war, my friends, against that group of bandits. It only took us 3 years. No, they'll assassinate me if they don't like me. I do need to fix public opinion after this year. The real reason they hate me, though, is because I'm taxing taxes, not because I'm killing people in the throne room. Killing people in the throne room is actually kind of minor, but taxing taxes, that pisses people off. Because sometimes you have to tax the taxing taxes tax, which makes you a lot of money. I think we should do that. Yeah, we should organize a celebration. Congratulations, my royal god king! The Moon Knight elders have been crushed. A few of their peasant prisoners have rallied to your cause. +1 public opinion, +15 peasants, -3 general bandit level. You receive word that one of your territories was ruined by a passing hurricane. Your people are unscathed, but the land is barren and dead. -1 land, +1 barren land? Oh, that sucks. Guys, we lost Florida. Your goblin celebration rages on, and you pay a 1,000 gold fee. You receive word that one of your territories was ruined, yada yada. The Elding Roses mercenary group has been disbanded. The old Vigoth Horde of the leader of the black market died of old age and has been replaced by Darkon the Pyromaniac. Well, that's good. Sir Varric, the Wealth Seeker, has defeated the Marcus Angosian in the Little Arena. The Kingdom of Greens defeated the Land of the Night Elders, and we get a buttload of money. Excellent. All right. Well, okay, so people hate us. So I think what we should do is we should go to change the laws of the land and go to taxes and subsidies. We're going to end the taxes tax. People now like us a bit better. Let's... wonder if the banking tax is worth ending. All right, so people hate us slightly less now. So let's go back to laws, and let's organize a celebration, but like a not super expensive one. We're going to declare a new celebration. Chat, what shall we name our celebration? What if we tax the rich? But we are the rich. That would be taxing ourselves. That's ridiculous. I'm a king. This isn't a democracy. Bobtron, come on, please. The problem is we are the rich. Exactly. See, if this was real life, I'd agree with you. But this is a fantasy where I am a horrible god king who slays people in my living room for peeing on the floor, which I'd probably do in real life. Yeah, you named yours 420 Blaze It, lol. How high were you when you did that? National tax. How about the Beans Day? Because we're the land of greens. Or like, Jolly Green Pea. I don't know. Tax Day? Nah. I don't know. We need a good name. Chat, what did you eat for dinner yesterday? Day of the pork cookies and noodle French fries. There we go. That'll work. It'll be the day of the pork cookies and noodle French fries. Let's do every 2 years. And it'll include parades. People getting drunk. And, of course, burning celebratory fires. Excellent. So we now have a celebration. Everybody will love it. Let's see if there's any kingdom upgrades I can afford. Productivity? Nope. Recruitment? Goblin Hut. 1 in 3 chance of a goblin joining you each turn. That's not a lot of goblins. But it's cheap, so I'll do it. 0 to 2. Let's do Goblin Huts, so we'll get some goblins each year. There's no real income buildings we can do. Let's go explore the realm first. Let's go to the south again. You spot a rotten head on the ground, covered in blood. Pleasant. The little totem of Zendorax. You approach the little totem of Zendorax. The totem has a horrible demonic aura. Around it, riddens the nearby sky. Destroy the totem. You destroy the little totem of Zendorax, and the demonic presence in the area seems to dissipate. Let's visit the throne room and send in the first of 10 visitors. The guards bring forward a man who is accused of pickpocketing. Ask him to explain himself. It wasn't me, asked the guard. Well, we don't have any witnesses. Release this man. Rumors of your wisdom spread. You are visited by a traveling bard who asks to play you a song in his vampiric lute. I'm pretty good at this. I shall play you a lengthy song. Ask him of his origins. No real story. I'm a vampire who likes to play with a lute. Ask his name. He reveals his name to be Lennon. Alrighty, wamps. Let's hear this song. Huh. Remove him from the court. That was acceptable. The bard bows before you. Let's let him leave the court. You are visited by a hedge knight, and he says he has returned from his quest for you, and he managed to kill a bandit warlord and brings you his head. Accept the knight into your army as a knight. -1 bandit warlord, +1 knight. You are visited by an armed man who has had visions of fighting on the battlefield for the Kingdom of Greens and wishes to fulfill them. +1 soldier. You are visited by an elder who says dispute must be settled. Our boy from the village was found a bag of gold floating down the stream, and he says his father won't give it to me. I am the elder of our village. It is mine by right. You have no claim to this man's gold, old man. Begone. You are visited by a mud-covered craftsman who wishes to join your army because he desperately needs gold. Okay, +1 peasant. You're visited by a northern blacksmith who wishes to join your army because his family were all killed by bandits. Sure, valid reason. You are visited by a traveling bard who asks to play a song on his lute. For the price of 252 gold? Fuck that! We shall let him leave the court. You are visited by a traveling bard who asks to play a song on his elven lute. I am a novice, he says. I shall play you a song. All right, play us a song. I know that this will never happen because copyright reasons, but at some point I really, really, really want to say yes to a bard playing a musical song and they just play Freebird. Like, can someone make that as a mod? Just like put that in there. Like just make it like a 1 in a million chance or like maybe not that unlikely, like 1 in 1,000 chance and they just play fucking Freebird. You know, I'm not asking too many questions about the elven culture, Dave. That was acceptable. Let him leave your court. You are visited by a mud-covered farmer who claims your soldiers called him an orc lover and claims that such an insult is due to reparations. Grow thicker skin, you dweeb. And that's everybody. All right. Let's go to diplomacy and have a peek at the Bandit Horde. Because I think all of the bandit groups are done. Well, the ones that aren't done, I have truce with, which is fine. The Bandit Horde. They're scary. They are scary. Well, I'm going to see if I can just, like, not fight with them. The rebels are scarier, though. The rebellion is a group made up of nobles from the kingdom that reject the crown of Mai as having any relevance to the claim of the old ruler and call for the old ruler to be reinstated to power. We got our crown due to prophecy, which, you know, was a totally legitimate way to get the crown. You know what? Let's do a betting in the arena, shall we? And let's bet on a fight, I think. A barbarian bandit or the famous skeletal high elder? Chat, who should we bet on? What do you think? Just a small bet, nothing bankrupting. What do we think, chat? Well, my king is named after a whole bunch of vegetables because I asked chat to tell me what they ate for lunch. So we are the kingdom of greens. It was only natural impilification. We're going to bet on the famous skeletal high elder, I think. How much gold do we bet? Max is 9,000. Let's just bet 1,000. 1,000 gold. 1,481. The crowds scream and shout, and the two fighters emerge and begin the long walk to the center of the arena. The crowd go almost completely silent, and they get closer until they finally meet. Round of beers for those about to fight, chat room. Let the fighting commence. Let there be blood. The barbarian bandit is defeated, and the crowd roars and chants for the famous skeletal high elder as he leaves victorious. You win 2,072 gold from your bet. Good stuff. Let's watch a fight. Halfling versus the skeletal high elder. Yeah, that skeletal high elder is real good. A legendary gladiator versus a skeletal elder. Let's try the skeletal elder. And you know, let's just do a small 171 gold bet. And the legendary gladiator wins. Okay, so they're not that good. Anyway, we made some money. Let's end the current year, shall we? I think we should skirmish with the bandit rebels. Skirmish, send half of my troops. A skirmish can be a good way to thin the enemy's numbers ready for an invasion. Good plan. Your men arrive at the Bandit Horde, a territory, and prepare for battle. That will soon take place as you spot a large bandit fort. The enemy emerges from within and the battle begins. We lose a bunch of soldiers and they don't lose anything. Rip. The parade of the day of... The parade for the day of the pork cookies, noodle French fries. Celebration goes ahead, and the people are joyous. +5 public opinion. The fires burn during the day for the day of pork cookies and noodle French fries. The celebration has gone on without an issue. Furdun march throughout your lands unchallenged and call for your death. Your public opinion lowers. A bunch of groups disband, we lost a skirmish, and my territory has increased, and my treasury has increased by 262 gold. Did I get robbed or something? That was like nothing. I didn't get robbed. Huh. Weird. All right. Well, I mean, I guess. Well, I got plenty of money now. My public opinion's pretty low. Let's go to kingdom upgrades. Nothing I can do in productivity. Nothing I can do there. Nothing I can do there. All right, well, let's go to the little arena. Let's bet on a fight. A heroic aerial halfling or a bandit? Chad, who do we bet on? The heroic aerial halfling or a bandit? I have a feeling the halflings are just weaker than the bandits in general, stats-wise. But who do you guys think we should vote on? This is up to you guys. Whatever you guys think. The halfling. One for the halfling. Anybody else have any opinions? Yes or no? I mean, if no, that's fine. I'll bet you that this is a game that you could very easily make run in an emulator, but I don't know what that sort of stuff is like on Mac. All right, let's go for the aerial halfling. Let's bet 12-6-1. The crowd roars, and the two fighters emerge on either end of the arena. The bloodthirsty crowd watch closely, awaiting the first blow. And we lost our bet. Hobo, this was your fault. Place a bet. Let's bet on another fight. Cursed Goblin Berserker or Tarrowin the Scary? Wait, what do you mean? I don't understand. What's the Horse Armor DLC? Cursed Goblin Berserker? Alright, let's bet a bunch. You better be right, Hobo. Once again, the crowd scream and shout as the two fighters emerge and begin to walk to the center of the arena. Tarrowin the Scary wins. Hobo, this is also your fault. Damn you. All right, well, we're now kind of short on money, but I'm not planning on fighting anybody this year anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's visit the throne room. You enter your throne room and take your place on the throne. The Kingdom of Greens. You are told that there is a small line of 14 people waiting to see you. I mean, you bankrupt my state every time, don't you? You're visited by a befouled wood gatherer who claims one of your soldiers threw rocks at his children and called them little trolls. No. A drunk man enters your court, sobbing, "My liege, it appears old Lady Ale has gotten the better of me. I've soiled myself. Would you spare a change of clothes?" Give this man new clothes. You have the man washed and dressed and sent on his way. He thanks you profusely. Rumors of your kindness spread. You're visited by a hiccuping drunk man who says, "Great one. Thanks for allowing this wondrous celebration of before falling asleep. He had stood up court. Have him taken to a nice room to sleep." You are visited by a drunk man who has an obnoxiously large cup made of wood and filled with mead. He says he will drink the entire cup in your honor. Chug, chug, chug. The man effortlessly drinks the entire cup to the applause of the whole court. I was kind of expecting him to keel over and die. A drunk man enters your court and appears to be hiccuping uncontrollably. I have a solution for this. Off with your head. Have the man sit down and wait for the hiccups with a glass of water. Glass of water? They have glasses back then? Wooden cup, please. Rumors of your kindness spread. You are visited by a man who says he wishes to fight for you, but you must pay off his debts of 22 gold before he can join. Allow him to enlist. A drunk man enters your court and seemingly oblivious to the presence of yourself and your court, and begins to urinate on one of the walls, putting his hands on his hips for good measure. After a good 2 minutes of urination, he looks up to see your whole court and smiles and shouts, "Damn pork cookies, noodle french fries," before stumbling out towards the exit. Do nothing. The court looks at you funny. You were visited by a happy centurion from Mehor. Is carrying the message of the King Centaur was. He wishes you a wonderful day of the cookies and noodle french fries celebration. Thank him. 6 people. I mean, obviously, why we were betting on the fights was because of the glorious celebration this year. You remain in your throne room and look to your guards, and they quickly snap to attention. There are 6 people waiting. From Iram the Livid, a messenger. You are visited by an aerial halfling at arms from the aerial tyrants, carrying a message that Brennan Lemnian, the Furlog, says he will force his people to celebrate the day of the pork cookies and noodle french fries in your honor. And skin. In your honor and skin alive. Anyone who does not participate. Oh, and skin alive anyone who does not participate. So, this dude from the aerial halflings has shown up to say that he will force his people to celebrate our celebration and skin anyone who refuses to participate. I guess we should thank him? Send in one of the few visitors that's left. You are visited by a happy centurion from Mehor, carrying a message that King Closter wishes you a wonderful day of the pork cookies and noodle french fries celebrations. I'm very upset that I have to read this as many times. This is your fault, Chad. The happy centurion hunter leaves happy. You're visited by a happy centurion hunter from Mehor, carrying a message that King Cold Touch wishes you a wonderful day. How many... You're visited by a scholar who is followed by 4 young men. He says, "Hello, my king. My boys are old enough to serve you. It's good that you start working in the employ of the king. Less likely to have your wage go missing. More likely to have long-term work. You know, how it is. I'm not a smart man, but I still got some wits about me. So how about this? Militia peasants cost you 16 per head. So how about my boys take 14 for 2 gold coins below the market rate? What do you say?" That's not accurate. Refuse the offer. Sorry, I bothered you, he says. 2 gold people waiting. You are visited by a woodsman who comes in shouting, "One of your soldiers wanted to fight me. I agreed, and we had a time and place set up, and the coward didn't show." No. Go away. You are visited by a drunk man who says, "We needed day of drunkenness. Thanks for making the day of pork cookies, noodles, and french fries." You're welcome. All right. Considering my public opinion is shot. That's why you went with 420 Blaze It, lol? I mean, yeah. We should have called it Party or Die. That's actually what we should have called it. Let's go to Arrange Diplomacy and see if I can talk with the aerial peoples. Trade in Diplomacy. Arrgh. So these are the guys that are now taking part in the, I think it's those guys? Yeah, it's those guys who are now taking part in that. I'm going to see if I can get an alliance with these guys. You send a request for alliance. Baron Lumlin of the Forlogs doesn't fully understand what alliance means, but an advisor tells him that it means he has more friends, so he is happy. It told me I couldn't ally with these guys because they were too dumb, basically. But now we're allied with them. I'm going to request military aid from them. They send me 12 aerial halflings and 3 aerial halflings at arms. Cool. Let's back up. And let's go to the Happy Centaurs and trade and diplomacy. Request military aid. Thank you. Back out. Through the medium of dance? I really hope that that's a thing in this game, Homing Drunk. Well, let's end the current year. Oh. As you prepare to move, your head diplomat approaches you. "My royal king, are you sure you wish to move on right now?" Oh, I haven't explored the realm. Good point. We should explore first. I thought I did that already. Let's go to the southern lands. A lone warrior approaches you and bows and says, "My king, I have wandered long in search of one to serve. I am Sir William Bloodaxe. Will you take me?" That's a good champion. I accept. The Grand Totem of Zendorax. You approach another demonic totem. You destroy the totem. The grand totem of Zendorax. I have a feeling something's going to happen when we've destroyed all of those. And now we can end the year. All right, I'm going to launch no attacks this year. Rebels have marched on us. Do you want to watch the battle take place? The militia have sent 17 troops to assist in the battle. That's like nothing. They lost one. We lost a bunch of goblins. You receive word that a group of road robbers was formed a new gang called the Strange Lemur Hog Raiders. You've received word that a small militia has formed a backwater village and formed a bandit gang called the Golden Troublemakers. Oh, great. You receive word that the bandits for hire from the North Mercenary Post have set off and have formed their own gang. They call themselves the Bone Lords. But we made a bunch of money this year, so that's good. And my public opinion has dropped even more. Well. Trying to think, like, what could I do? Alms for the poor? Let's do that. Gives me a better public opinion. Declare mass execution law. Keeps prison population low. I should probably... How many prisoners do I have? I have 172 total prisoners. Huh. Oh my. I wonder how expensive those are to keep. I'm gonna hire a mercenary company. 4,887 per year. Ugh. Well, can't afford any mercenary companies. You're kind of correct, Hobo. But we're going to hire some tribal goblins. All 200 and... Oh, never mind. I misread that. We're going to hire all 68 tribal goblins. We're also going to hire 141 peasants. And math. 20 more? 20 more. And a bunch of soldiers. All right, well, now we actually have a soldier, an army again, and I have to read a Discord word story. I can do that. Although there isn't much more for me to read, so... Oh, damn, there is actually a bunch for me to read. Please stay away. Sleet-stained blue berry tofu sauce. Cold tea come to room service by accident. Please don't forget to subscribe and stuff. Cliff Burton is shooting Barnes? What? Scotland isn't real. Yes, wrong. It's surreal, unless Japan desires baked goods. There we go. I'm now caught up. Thank you very much, Lake Bear. Troop wages? Pfft, we're paying these nerds? News to me. Let's go explore the realm. Let's go to the southern lands. We find another totem. A harsh heat of the south has you wandering around aimlessly. We destroy the totem and lower the demonic presence. Also, thanks everybody for the follows since I started playing this. I don't really expect this to be like the kind of game that would be super popular on Twitch because it's kind of like, I don't want to call it an idle game, but it's not exactly the most immediately intensely engaging game, you know what I mean? But regardless, thank you very much to everybody who tunes in and hangs out for this stuff because, I don't know, games like this, or people tuning in for games like this, to me kind of prove that the weird shit that I play works, you know? So, thanks everybody for taking the time to tune in and watch. But I think what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to state that I'm getting a little hungry. Getting kind of little bit hungry. So I think I'm going to call it for the day. Because we've been streaming for almost 9 hours. Almost 9 hours. So I think it's time for us to say good evening. Thanks everybody for hanging out. It's been fun. I think we're going to keep this run going in the evenings over the next week. We'll see if we can play it out. It's kind of, I don't know. It's starting to feel more and more like a little light 4X the more I play of it. But at the same time, kind of not. But at the same time, kind of it does. It feels like a game that I played, like, 20 years ago. That's what it feels like. A game that should have been made 30 years ago. You know, if this game came out in, like, I don't know, 1991 and sold well, it would be considered a wide classic. SOS, I'm just ending. But hello, it's good to see you. I'm just getting kind of hungry and would like to go get me some food. And it's getting a little late. But, that being said, I do have somebody... Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm going to send you guys over to Bellinair. He's playing Valheim, which is the Viking game. Bellinair has much experience being a Viking, as he is a Viking in real life. So go watch a Viking be a Viking. Go give a Viking some beer. But thank you very much once again to everybody who spent time here today. Cheers to everybody who threw bits at me and tipped me and gifted subs today. Yeet. You guys are all too goddamn kind. And smell you later, mate. Yeah, cheers, dude. If you missed it, you should go watch the interview I did with Tarn, SOS. It went real well. And trying to get an interview with the developer of this game, so we'll see what we can do. Probably won't be streamed, but it's hard to say. So, yeah, regardless, thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out. And if you want to support me directly, Patreon, yada yada, you know what's up. Go give Bellinair a beer or 5. And I'll see you guys over in his stream in a moment. If you guys want some records tonight, what do you guys think? A little bit of music? Pop into the music room in 5 minutes if you guys want some music. Cheers. Have a good night. I'm going to play some jazz, probably.